Hello. Good morning. What a beautiful day. I just noticed a massive big cloud has come over here. But anyway, I'm still out enjoying the sunshine. So let's get straight into it. I've actually made some notes because I wanted to make sure I got all of the good stuff out to help. So I think we can all agree that right now there is so much craziness. We're all on this roller coaster. We are all feeling it, no matter who we are, where we're at, what we believe in. It's a scary and very different time. So, I've felt that, and my anxiety started to flare up, and then I got really depressed, and I was like, I can't be here. I can't go back to that place. No. And so I've put together a list or some ideas and things that I do that can help you, because it's your responsibility to take care of yourself. If you have a family, it's your responsibility to support them. It's my responsibility to take care of me. And I think we need more of that now, more self-responsibility. We need to own what we're doing, where we're at, the decisions we make, and then flow with that. So how are you feeling now? Like, if you're watching, I would love to hear, are you feeling positive? Are you in a space now where you're like, oh gosh, I just don't know? There's that uncertainty. I would love to hear it. Okay, but let's start and talk about what we can do. I think that the first thing is to just always remember and put ourselves in this space of respect for other people, and to shift away from judgment and intolerance. Oh my gosh. And I'm so guilty of this too. We all make our decisions based on our belief structure, the environment that we're in, the people we're around, the risks that we see. And so it's important that we respect other people for their decisions that they make, and that we don't try and push onto them how we feel, or, our decisions or our perspective, because it's just that we all have different perspectives, and we all want that. We all want and need to have different perspectives so that we can have that spice and color in life. So respect other people for where they're at. I have my own free will. I will make my own decisions, and I'm quite certain of the ones that I'm making. And I will live with the consequences of those decisions, or, whatever comes from that. It's no one's job to worry about, to question, to, try and change that. I'm owning that. I'm happy with that. Okay. And so we need to treat everybody in that space. If you make a different decision to me, cool. I might ask you some questions because I am a naturally curious person, but I'm not going to try and change your mind, because that would be disrespectful. So I think we need to shift into this space. And the thing that gets me raging so much is when we get into these spaces where it's like pushing people into the same box. It's compulsory for everyone to do this. Hang on a minute. That doesn't work, because we're all so different. We all have, a different idea on life, different beliefs. So no, that is a place where I will always draw the line. This idea of mandatory or compulsory for everyone, when we are all unique and different, and we all have the right to make our own decisions. That's the only time I'll push back hard and really rage. So some things that I do when that happens, and for you, those triggers might be something different, is to breathe. Like, take a minute. Don't lash out. Don't jump in and say something. Don't send off a text or an email or comment on something on Facebook or Instagram. Just take a minute, like, breathe, and just be like, is this worth my time and energy? Do I actually need to engage in this? Is this actually benefiting me and my nervous system, or is it creating some type of meltdown? And if it is, just walk away. I see so many arguments on social media, and it's like, you don't even know that person. They are allowed to have an opinion. If you don't like it, scroll on. Let's just do more of that. And in life as well, if you see someone that is doing something that triggers you, take a breath. Take a minute, calm yourself, and then make a decision from a rational and calm space instead of actually going and saying something and then maybe regretting that, or making that person who you possibly don't know or understand feel bad because of their decisions. Hey Shaz, you've embraced the new norm. Yeah, that is a perfect way to be. So let's talk about that. I think being resourceful, okay? We have to, when we don't like something, when something doesn't feel good for us, we need to do something to change it and become resourceful. I get super anxious going to the supermarket. It doesn't make me feel good. I will not take my children there. It is not a nice environment to be in for anybody. Okay, so that's something I've decided is a line in the sand. I don't go to the supermarket anymore. I've created something to support me in that decision. And I've, used all of these different resources and pulled together and created a space where, okay, I don't have to go to the supermarket anymore. I've removed something from my life that doesn't feel good. And that is so empowering. And that makes you feel so alive knowing that you've done that. So that's a good one, Shaz. Thank you. Do something. Like, instead of just being caught in like, I hate this, I can't do this. What can you do? Ask yourself that in those moments. What can I do that will actually flip this and make me feel better and change my mind and liven my life up? I think this is a really obvious one, but meditate. There is a lot of intense energy around, whether or not you can actually acknowledge that. And meditation is a really good way to just bring that down. I have the Abraham Hicks Into the Vortex meditation app on my phone. It's the best $20 I've ever spent. I pop my phone on flight mode, I put it on, and that can be, when I'm going to sleep at night. That can be, when I'm hanging the washing on the line. You don't have to be still in those moments, because I like something to occupy my conscious mind while all of that beautiful programming is going into my subconscious. So that's a simple, quick, and easy thing you can do every day. You can just have something playing in the background in your home to help you, calm that nervous system and that subconscious mind down. The sunshine. This is why I'm sitting outside, because the sun is so powerful in its ability to shift and change our mood, in its ability to support our physical body. Vitamin D is a beautiful way to support our nervous system and our immune system. It lifts our mood. I am a Leo, so, the sun is like life for me. Obviously, you need to keep in mind, I'm quite dark, so I can sit out in the sun for a little bit longer than most. If you're fair, don't sit out in the sun all day. You're going to get sunburnt. So, but think about that. If you can get nude and lay in the sun, oh my God, it is the most divine thing you will ever do for your body. And talking about the body, nourish it. It's so easy when we are stressed to reach for, processed foods or quick snacks that are not helping us and that are in fact, creating some really poor habits and making our bodies not feel great. So think about how you can nourish your body with food, with water, with movement, with connection, whatever you need to do. Find ways that you can do that in a way that feels safe for you. If you've got some extra time, make your snacks, bake something, or, get your kids in the kitchen and get them to help you. Grow something. It's so easy to grow some rainbow chard or silver beet, and then chop that up and put them in your meals. There's so many simple and easy ways you can do that helps you to feel empowered, rather than like, I can't go out to the cafe for breakfast and I always do that. Okay, well, what can I do at home that makes it special and nice? And, I might have to be the one that cooks it, but so what? And there's so many places doing beautiful takeaways. So, if you can support that, and I think that makes you feel good. Buying something from somebody that is maybe suffering a little bit right now, or is under stress and pressure because they cannot operate their business in the way that they, should be able to. Support them if you can. If you have that ability, buy something from them, no matter how small. I can guarantee it will make a huge difference to them and their business. Now, boundaries. This one can sometimes be a little bit hard and maybe feel a little bit icky, but if you are not clear, you are being unkind. So to be clear is to be kind, to be unclear is to be unkind. If people don't know what you do and don't like, how will they ever be able to treat you in a way that you deserve? So be very clear on what you will and won't engage in. Be very clear about what you feel is safe. Okay, if somebody asks you to do something and you're like, oh, I just don't know if that's a really good idea, say it. Like, don't go along with it. If someone starts a conversation with you and you don't want to go there, cut it off. Okay, it might feel a little bit uncomfortable and maybe some people will get pissed off or you'll ruffle some feathers, but so be it. Your well-being is so much more important than what somebody else thinks about you. In fact, what somebody else thinks about you is actually none of your business. And if they tell you, shut that down. Okay, we also need to respect other people's boundaries. All right, if somebody says to you, I don't want to engage with that, I don't want to go there and do that, then just leave it. Just walk away from it. Okay, I respect you for that. That's fine. And move on. You know, I think we can have open discussions. I think we can be curious. I think we can seek to understand. But if somebody doesn't want to go into that space, then there's no point. And it's not about having arguments or creating tension or, friction. It's about understanding. So if you are asking questions and it's not from a point of, I actually want to understand you, it's more from a point of, I'm going to judge, I'm just getting more ammunition to be intolerant, or I'm going to try and change your mind. That's not an open discussion. Okay, that's actually pretty poor form. So we all have that free will. So understand that and just respect that. Now, protect your energy. This is so big. I don't go anywhere now, even at home, when I'm on my computer or doing any type of interaction work. I wear some crystals. I have my essential oils on my body. I am making sure that there's a bubble around me and I keep my stuff in here and your stuff is out there. That's what keeps my vibration high and means that I can function in a really positive way, and I'm not weighed down with other people's energy because I've just kept it out there. I can still be loving, I can still be kind, I can still be compassionate, but I don't need to take on board anybody else's energy because I got my own stuff, and that's enough for me. So make sure you're protecting yourself. I love using On Guard essential oil, swiping it up the spine for immune support, swiping it down the spine for energetic and emotional protection, and then creating that little bubble around you. I also cleanse myself at least morning and night. If I do anything that feels quite heavy or, I have conversations with people that are quite emotional, I will go and cleanse myself after that as well, just to keep me light, because otherwise I get tired, I get anxious, I get snappy, and that's not fun for anybody. And when you do that, when you protect yourself and when you cleanse yourself, then think about what intention do I want? What vibration do I want to have around me? Do I want to feel safe right now? Do I need some joy or uplifting? Make it always in a positive light. And we use our essential oils in our home in the diffuser for that. So I have a little terracotta dish and I just sit some essential oils in that, and the diffuser's right there. And it's just a matter of putting that diffuser on every day. That sets that vibration in our home. It's a low level support, but it's super consistent. So I know I can walk in my home and I can take a deep breath in. Today I have Adaptive in there. That's fantastic for adapting to change and stress and helping to calm the chaos. So beautiful for right now. It makes me feel good to know that when I walk into my home and I breathe that in, that's the space I'm in. So if you have essential oils, use them. Use them. I probably use between 20 and 30 essential oils a day as a minimum, because I'm always thinking about how I can support myself before things go downhill. Okay, the diffuser's already on. Everyone feels pretty good today, but we just put that on anyway. I've put essential oils on my body for physical, for support, for a mental support, for emotional support, for my spiritual connection, and I will just continually do that all day. They are like your best friend because they carry that load for you and you don't have to feel bad about it, because that's what they're for. Reduce your social media time or do a cull. Go through, if somebody is consistently posting something and it doesn't make you feel good, it's your boundary to remove that. Okay, and maybe you just take it away for a short period of time and then come back to it, or follow people that lift you up. that are outside of that drama space, but they're just sharing information that inspires you. I follow people that are, are very physically active, that are eating good food, that are, in a good space mentally. So follow people that are in a space above you, because then you can be inspired to work towards that as well, or get ideas and inspiration. And, it's kind of like riding on their coattails. I really avoid, drama on social media. I'm not interested in that. I want positive affirmations, and I want good food pictures, and I want to see people moving their body and telling me, go out and move your body, and then I will go and do that too. So that's a really good space to be in with your social media, and limit that time. Put your phone on flight mode, pop it away, walk away, read a book instead, talk to your kids, go outside and sit on the grass, do something different. Don't get caught in that constant scroll. But it is real. That addiction to social media is such a real thing, and it's sometimes hard to break. Yes, social media and the smoke and mirrors. It is like you see about this much of somebody's life on social media, and then you create this big picture from that. And, maybe it's real or maybe it's not, but you have to remember it's just a small portion of what actually goes on in a day. Laughing, that's such a good one, Ginny. I love that. So create some morning rituals. This is actually one that I did with my kids last week. I have an online membership for my gym, and I do online classes, and Jade at the Shed Fitness put in this beautiful new class called Mindful Minutes. And she went through last week and talked about creating these morning rituals. And I did that with my kids, and it was such a beautiful practice. I already do a lot of those things, but to put some awareness on it and be like, yeah, okay, I do those things to set me up for the day, getting up at the same time every day. What do you do in the morning? Do you just get up and flick on your phone? Because that's not a great way to start your day. I get up, I drink water, I move my body. I have a beautiful breakfast, I have a coffee and I enjoy it. And I do all of those things with my kids as well. So, we've added in some things because of that. We use our singing bowl every morning to create that beautiful space in our home and to cleanse us. I've talked to the kids about using their essential oils in their color therapy. And just knowing what you can do and how you can set up your day. It's so easy when you're home all the time to just flow from one thing to the next. But if we create those actual rituals, it makes a much nicer environment for us all. And this last one that I'm going to share is to do one thing every day to set you up for tomorrow. This is something that I have always done, and so I do lots of things. But if you just start with one thing, and it can be something so simple like cleaning up the kitchen and washing the dishes the night before. So when you get up in the morning, and you walk in to make your coffee or have your breakfast or a cup of tea, the kitchen's spotless. It's clean and it's inviting and it's ready for you to go. Maybe it's, cooking extra dinner that you can put aside for breakfast or lunch the next day so that you already know there's a meal there. You don't have to think about it. You're less likely to snack on some foods that aren't great for you. Maybe it's like tidying up the house or getting that washing ready to do the next day. I even take it to, I get my clothes out for a workout so that I know they're there, and I'm like, well, I've already got my clothes out. I might as well just get up and do a workout. I make sure my water is full and ready to go. The evening before, I already plan and know what I'm doing the next day. So at the start of the week on a Sunday, I will check my calendar. I will plan some things out. I know what jobs I have to do. I know what I want to do with my kids. I know what I want to do around the house. And then I have that plan for the whole week. And then each night, I also check in again. I'm like, okay, yep, tomorrow this is the goal. Tomorrow this is the goal. And so I'm just always setting myself up. I'm always putting myself that little step ahead. And I feel like it's been kind to myself because I'm making it easier on future Alison. And if I always do that, things are always going to be easier for future Alison. And then that thing I did today for tomorrow, that gives me space to do an extra thing tomorrow for the next day. So that's a really nice space to be in. And honestly, it is probably my number one tip is to just do one thing that makes tomorrow easier. And then every day you layer onto that and life just starts to become so flowing and so free and so easy. It's fun. And it's much more joyful. And then you don't have to worry about those uncertain times or that questioning of what's coming next or what do we do or where do we go, because it's like, I've got this. I know what I'm doing every day. I've already set myself up for tomorrow, so that's going to be easy. I could just forget about my phone and not worry about watching the TV and just enjoy life. Just enjoy every single day. I know what makes me feel good. I'm just going to do that. If something happens in the world, this is something I tell myself. I don't read bloody news presses, and I don't read any of that. I'm not exposed to any of that. I tell myself, and I have told the universe, if I need to know something, someone will present that information to me. And it always happens. And I've never ever come across anything where it's like, oh no, I missed out on that thing. The universe just always gives me the information I need, and it's all good. So take that and use that as well. If you're watching this on the replay and you think of anything extra that you do or you would like some information on, pop it in the comments. Feel free to tag anybody or share this in your stories so that we can all start to work on doing things that make us feel good, having that self-responsibility and that self-reliance, and making decisions based on what is best for us and not necessarily what other people are doing. I think that's super important. I've written up a beautiful email, so there's a few other things in there. If you want that, go back to my stories and pop your email address in, and I will send that to you. Have an amazing day. Mwah. See ya.